Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well. From wherever you're watching this channel. Now, Manyata Member of Parliament, Gitonga MUKUNJI, at one particular point accused President William RUTO of hypocrisy in labeling Parliament as a den of corruption. Now, again today, the 25th August 2025,
well, we have seen many parliament committee looking into things, which at the end of the day, they just disappear. Let's even start with the issues of ADANI. They started being checked by the National Assembly.
Yes.
It is upon the US saying something that there was a response from the executive. There is a use of parliament to settle guys and settle Kenyans that we are looking into things, and then things disappear.
The same member of parliament has surfaced in a TV interview and delivered almost the same statement. But this time around, he's accusing President William Ruto of using the parliament to cleanse himself. I mean, I don't want you to understand this. It's as if he is saying that Ruto used them to do his pass his bills, which are now the main reason why Kenyans dislike him. And now, since they help him pass the bills, he's apportioning the blames to them. Before I share the video from the Member of Parliament, ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, I'd like to be honest with you. I personally dislike this Parliament. This Parliament is a total letdown with its speaker. But let's not make conclusions. I wanted to pay attention to this message from Gitonga. But before I do that, kindly take this opportunity, like this video, subscribe to our channel if you had not subscribed before, and thank you so much for your support. This is what Gitonga said.
I think it is clear that even members of parliament have not refused that there is corruption in parliament. And there was a debate last week before we went on recess.
Yep.
Sadly, I never got a chance to say something, because it was actually an embarrassment to hear members of parliament lamenting and clearly coming out and saying, oh, the president has said, the president is victimizing parliament. We have done a lot for you. We expected you not to bring us down. But we actually need to have this conversation. The fact of the matter is, yes, there is influence through giving of resources to members of parliament.
By this you mean money?
And by that I mean money.
Yes.
There has been influence to pass things that are against our people, including Finance Bill 2024 and others. And these things are things that are reality of matters. But let me say that when the president is coming out and claiming parliament is corrupt, what does he want to achieve? What is it that he is trying to tell us? Is he trying to say he's the one to oversight parliament? And the question is, why the conversation at this time? One thing I want to say, Sam, is that Parliament has failed Kenyans because it is the house of oversight. It is the house that the voice of the people is supposed to be implemented, and they check on the executive. But they have gone to bed with the executive completely, in a way that today when the majority leader speaks, the minority leader will speak in support of the majority leader, and then the rest will be programmed to ensure that the narrative takes the way. I want to say that it is good that the president spoke, but he spoke not to fight corruption. He did not say that so that he can fight corruption. He said that so that he can come in slowly and cleanse himself, make sure that he's clean, in a way that he can be able to now endear himself to the people through some sort of a fake fight of this monster called corruption.
No, I agree with him 150%. If I may take you back to the days of Moi, and why do you think Moi and Ruto fell out? Because Moi felt that the current president, had used him to gain popularity and then dumped him. That was the feeling. That's the main reason why you find that when Ruto was the DP and Moi was seriously ill, he is one of those people who was not allowed to visit Moi, the former president. But all other leaders were allowed to visit the president, the former president back then. But Ruto was not allowed. Why? Because the feeling was that he used him to gain popularity. Again, there was a time Ruto and Raila were not on the same page. And then there was this argument that Ruto in 2007 used Raila's popularity to gain more popularity. That's why he was very senior politically. So again, the feeling he used them to gain more popularity. So what Manyata Member Parliament is telling us here, Gitonga is being honest that Ruto used them and now is again using the parliament to cleanse himself. Yani yeye aonekana ni msafi, lakini wale wabunge ni wachafu. But to some level, I think I agree with what William Ruto is saying. It's true that there is corruption in parliament. And the question is, kwani hawa wabunge walichaguliwa na wananchi? Could they just use their head and serve the people, not the state house? Because one thing that I must that was so shameful to the parliamentarians, and I've seen Gitonga almost mention it, is the fact that David Ochieng made a pronouncement that they passed the bills for the president. You see, the bills were not for the people, or for the president. But the president will one day retire. So when he retires, what will you say? These bills were still for the retired president. Is it for the people? Are they serving the people or the president? You see, what David Ochieng said back then was a truth, by the way. Despite the fact that it was shameful for a member of parliament to come out and make such analysis, but it was the truth.
This president gave us a finance bill that was very unpopular. We passed it for him. This president gave us a housing levy, very unpopular. We passed it for him. This president has asked us to pass SHA. We sat here until 10 p.m. Passed it for him. What have we done for him? What has this parliament not done for president that he now has to come and bastardize us?
So it was true. So people like MUKUNJI, despite the fact that I agree with Gitonga MUKUNJI, but Gitonga MUKUNJI is also part of those members of parliament who are okaying everything. Usitoe ata koma, usitoe ata full stop. All of these members of parliament, in fact, few people like Wamuchomba nazasema kwamba hawakusupport zile bills. Was very vocal. She did not support those bills.
Thank you once again for choosing YOLENO TV as your favorite political channel. They say that a journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step, and that one step is you, because you are the real deal. Remember, all you need to do to support this channel is subscribe, like, and comment, and share our videos. I still appreciate your continued support because you give us a reason to push further. All you need to do is subscribe and hit the notification bell. Sit back and relax while we do the research for you, from geopolitics to local politics.
Oh, we should have dialogue. We should have a national conclave.
No sacred cows, and there will be no telephone call from anywhere below or above.
Kings and queens, when it happens, we share. YOLENO TV, take care and kwaheri.